It was an animal attack, spin-off episode selected.
Oh, children. Why are they childrening about? I guess it is 6 p.m.
Your sworn enemies.
In your Fanon, certainly. Episodes.
If people can believe there's a secret ninth episode of Stranger Things or whatever the heck it is, or indeed that Mike Wheeler was clearly attracted to Will Byers.
God.
I can have whatever fandom I want. I stumbled across a new for me. It's obviously quite old. It's Game of Thrones.
Yes.
But a new one for me, which you've probably heard before, but I had never heard of this one. It's that the Night King didn't lose. He psychically transplanted himself into Bran's mind at the moment of his death.
Oh.
And therefore, Bran being elected the leader of the new oligarchy that will rule Westeros is technically a victory for the Night King and was his plan all along.
Okay. I'll tell you what, as far as insane fanons go, the idea that, I presume this is their intention, that means the storyline about Bran, his green seeing and his warging actually meant something and was useful for something narratively, that actually sounds fun. You know?
I just love the idea of the Night King being like, well,
Yeah.
turns to the camera and smiles. Final cut of Game of Thrones in Bran's body.
Just being like, you love me, but you love to hate me. Snaps into Bran's body. Well, I've been fooled by a 12-year-old who stabbed me with a secret knife I didn't see coming with my magically preternatural eyes.
She's not 12 at that point.
Guess I'll body swap like Charles Xavier. You know? I don't know if you watched Moon Knight. There's that third episode where they're moving through the Egyptian tombs and those like mummies.
I've only watched Moon Knight once. I've probably forgotten a lot of it. But unlike a lot of people, I enjoyed Moon Knight.
I liked Moon Knight. I understand the criticisms as an adaptation of Moon Knight, the comic character. They did fail in a number of ways, but I think as an isolated project, I quite liked it.
Yeah, I will be fair and say I'm not super familiar with his comic book, source material incarnation. So I might be in this instance like the friend I had in grade 10 who had never watched an episode of ATLA in her life, but was like, oh, I saw that last Airbender movie. I thought that was fun. And I was like,
ooh, that was my roommate when we just moved in together, and he was like, I like the Avatar The Last Airbender movie, and I was like, I might need to break the lease. No, but Moon Knight, I think the key issue, I'm sure there's people who had taste issues. We discussed this in our first spin-off about the MCU, that like, if it's just a matter of taste, then whatever, everybody's got different opinions. But I think the critical, like, actual problem with the adaptation is about Moon Knight's Jewishness and the fact that they cast Oscar Isaac, who, it's one of those instances where an actor claims like Jewish ancestry from some like great grandparent in a way that isn't like tangible really, or like, recordable, but that's like up in the air. That's like an amorphous issue. But like there were plenty of like tangibly Jewish actors to cast for this very Jewish character, much like Oliver Jackson Cohen, who was the forerunning like accurate cast for that character. The portrayal of his like traumatic backstory, because in the comics Moon Knight does have a traumatic backstory that is the reason he has DID, which again is also complicated because that is a diagnosis that is like controversial in the medical community, so I won't get into that. But in the comics the reason for that is because his father was a rabbi and some Nazi dude kidnaps Mark Spector, and that's all part of his trauma that made him like quote unquote split in terms of his personality. It was this very particular like anti-Semitic like hate crime situation. Yeah. And then what they replace it with in the adaptation is that the source of his trauma is his own mother, who abused him as a child, and then as a result he has this like schism with his faith. And there's a very like fraught scene where after he goes to sit shiva for his mother, who again abused him for most of his childhood, he takes off his yarmulke and slams it on the ground several times in a way that makes sense for a character like that to sort of be like, well, if God is real, how could something like this have happened? It like makes sense in world, but if you're doing it adapting this character who's so like iconically Jewish, then it becomes like a fraught problem, That was the big issue with adapting Moon Knight, in my opinion.
I see. Well, we'll try again when we get to MCU Magneto, I guess. Fingers crossed. I mean, we have had a Jewish actor playing Ben Grimm who does go to a synagogue.
Eben Moss Backrack. Very fun.
Yeah. So I was like, yay.
And he wears his Star of David. I was like, finally one win in terms of Jewish representation for the MCU. I was like, huge.
Those of us with more niche MCU viewing habits would have watched Runaways, where Gert, who is ethnically Jewish in the comics, played by a Jewish Mexican actress.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Isabella Garcia Shapiro.
You know? Actually. So even
But
though
we're talking
history
about
will
the
never...
MCU, Fadzai.
Well, I mean, at this point, I just consider it all the MCU. Even though history will never remember her, she was technically the first one.
Just as were the many first queer superheroes
was
in the TV
Victoria Hand,
Victoria
who got
Hand.
shot 3 times in the chest.
We've got Shades in Luke Cage. We've got Melter from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've got a bunch of first queer MCU characters.
We've got Jerry
decanonized,
Hogarth
baby.
from Jessica Jones.
Well, I guess some of them have been recanonized technically, so that's fun. Mm-hmm. Anyway, enough on that. Back to Secret Circle.
Spin-off. I'm watching a TV show now. This It prequel, Welcome to Derry. And that I don't know if you ever intend to watch that. So warn me if
I guess at some point I've not seen the second movie, but like I've heard the show is good. I was put off by some of the stuff in the first movie, even though I liked it, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to get into it. Also, they didn't make those 2 characters gay, which I'd been hyped up about for like a year and a half. So I was like, then why should I care?
they made one character gay.
Yeah, and that's like, okay, now what?
But Giuseppe's actor is in this Derry show, and I'm like, it's always you. It's the elder Giuseppe, Gamby from
James
Black
Remar,
Lightning.
yes.
And I'm like, why? Why is it always you?
Because he's got that face.
In this one, he's military, so you know that's gonna go great.
Yep. I'm pretty sure he's a military general in Oppenheimer as well, if I remember that correctly.
Oh,
He's just got that
yes.
face. It's a very classic American face.
I was watching the honest trailer for that the other day. I have not watched Oppenheimer, and I don't think I ever will. But I did not realize that cast was so stacked.
Oh, yeah.
RDJ is in there?
Yes.
I was like,
everyone
what?
and their mom is in that movie. Josh Peck is in that movie. Drake and Josh
Yeah.
is in
It's weird because
Oppenheimer.
I was just hearing about, Roderick Rules being in that movie.
Devon Bostic.
My Amazon delivery king, as we know from the War of the Worlds, from Ice Cube's War of the Worlds.
You gotta specify. And I remember being like, oh, I shouldn't be surprised. This is the guy from Make It or Break It, who was also a like snivelly little guy in that one too. So I was like, yeah, I should have known. He was a sneak.
What's Make It or Break It?
It was a drama about high school athletes, but like like teen drama, but like all the main characters are part of this gymnastics thing at their school that like goes to competitions and stuff. They're like professionals or like semi-professional, junior professional. I don't know how American sports work, but they are competing. What's her name? Oh, what is her name? She's in the Sharknado movies, I think. After that,
God help
she
you
was
there.
in the.
Haven't seen those.
She's also in the Bring It On. That's about West Side Story.
There's a Bring It On that's about West Side. Is that one we watched?
Yes, we've watched all the Bring It On. Well, we've watched 4 of the Bring It On movies. It's the one with the sharks and the
we
jets.
never didn't watch all of them. I've forgotten this. Hey, listen, the further we went on with that franchise, the more it began to feel like a fever dream.
Okay, the main girlie is it's not Sophia Bush, is it? No. But it's someone who vibes like her. Hold on, now I have to look it up. But it's like All or Nothing or whatever, where they at the end they combine into one team called the Shits, which I thought was absolutely silly, but for the story. They do their final, like, you know how they always, when they're like, we have to come up with a routine that's so innovative that it knocks the socks off the judges. And then they incorporate some crazy thing that has nothing to do with gymnastics. Mm-hmm. And then they do it in the finale and you're kind of like, I guess I kind of see it. So in this one, they looked at the 2 roller coaster rides because they were at some famous American roller coaster place for the setting of the movie. And they throw their 2 flyers up in the air across each other, do a spin, and then land in the arms of the catchers. And it's supposed to be like these twin roller coasters going across each other.
Do a flip.
You don't remember that at all?
I have completely forgotten that. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's see. Bring It On. No, All or Nothing is the one with Hayden Panettiere where she goes to the black school.
Yeah, I was gonna say, people act like Hayden crumping is the most insane part of that franchise, and I'm like, no, it gets so much crazier after that as you go on.
Bring it on. It is In It to Win It. It's got Ashley Benson from Pretty Little Liars, the blonde one, Hannah. And Jennifer Tisdale, Ashley Tisdale's sister. Yes, this is Ashley Tisdale's song at the end. I mean, we don't need another he said, she said, he said, you're amazing.
Is this the one where one of the white girls is like, oh, look, it's Ghetto Barbie and her Wu-Tang Clan?
Yes!
'Cause that was crazy.
Yes! It had the black girl who was like, I'm not actually ghetto. I speak proper English, but I had to hide and pretend to be a quote-unquote real black person so no one made fun of me. And then there was the guy who everyone assumed was gay and was like, y'all just assumed, so I went along with it. And I got to see all the girls naked.
That
and
was
it's like,
crazy. I was like, I feel like someone in the writer's room wanted to have queer rep and then they got cold feet at the last minute, like Janice Ian of Mean Girls fame.
Which is crazy because this franchise very famously starts off with queer representation. Fairly well for the year 2000, I might add. So, sacrilege.
They said, you know who really needs representation? Femme straight boys.
He wasn't even femme. He was faking it. He becomes just a skinny straight dude at the end of that movie. It's very annoying.
Hate crime.
Hate crime.
My culture is not your costume.
Anyway.
Why
did I bring up this movie? Oh, Cassie Serba, who's in this movie, is in Make It or Break It as one of the main characters, as is Zachary Abel, who plays Luke in The Secret Circle.
I see. This can be one of our, what's it called? Our little...
This is going in a spin-off for sure. I can't justify this staying in the episode.
It was fun. There was a whole episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody where, for a class literature project, Maddie writes a little short story. Just like, well, she doesn't write it. She says it out loud as a suggestion. London steals it and then writes it down and submits it. And it blows up and she suddenly is like getting published because people are like, oh my goodness, this amazing little short story. She's this renowned children's author now. She's getting interviews. She's getting even more money than she already had. And Maddie's like, but this was my story.
Yeah.
And eventually Maddie goes to the press and is like, no, this is my story. London is lying. I'm not sure what proof she brings. And before that can all cascade, someone shows up and says, I'm actually here to sue the author of the book because you have plagiarized the pre-existing children's book that Maddie owned as a child and had forgotten that she basically just memorized the words and changed some of the names around.
That'll happen.
And in the end, they were like, okay, so whose suggestion was it to make this a new story? And they were like, well, that was Maddie. And then she was like, well, London's the one who wrote it down and then, got it published. And they were like, okay, who's richer? And everyone was like, London. So London got sued.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, she would get sued because she's the one who created the property that would then become trademarked with an ISBN. Strangely, Maddie is completely free of issue there because she didn't make a single cent.
Like she is wont to do. Our poor little blonde girl living in the shadow of her obscenely wealthy POC. No one was doing it like you in the mid-2000s Disney. Groundbreaking work.
I mean, yeah, for the time, certainly. Yeah.
I mean, if Clarissa Clare had been writing this,
it's Cassandra
honestly,
Clare. You've called her
Clarissa Clare
a number of times.
I combined her self-insert character, Clary, whose full name is Clarissa, with her pseudonym. If Cassandra Clare had been writing this series, then we would have gotten the throuple romance with Diana, Adam, and Cassie that we asked for.
For them to later discover, oh wait, but we're sisters. Whatever will we do?
And then one of them would have been like, but John Blackwell is a liar, so how do we know that we're really related?
Diana! Oh God, what's that Chase quote?
Which quote is that?
You're my sister.
From Jace.
There's a long ass. Hold on, let me find it because now I brought it up. All I'm gonna Google is Chase Wayland quote, and it's gonna be the one that comes up.
I hope not.
Oh, come on, Google. Let's not act like. Come on. Okay, fine. I'm gonna specify. Okay, I got it. To Clary, by the way, you're my sister, he said finally. My sister, my blood, my family. I should want to protect you. He laughed soundlessly and without any humor. To protect you from the sort of boys who want to do with you exactly what I want to do. Clary's breath caught. You said you just wanted to be my brother from now on. I lied, he said. She was playing in our faces.
Miss Clare.
This is the third book, by the way. They find out they're siblings at the end of the first one.
Yes. Miss Clare was so excited. And honestly, knowing what we know about how those books began, how they came into existence, this is not surprising at all.
Not even a little bit.
As I always say, the only consolation that I can give myself is that at least Cassandra Clare doesn't actually have a brother.
You know?
So,
unlike Miss Meyer, who wrote in her brothers as some characters in her books. But then to be fair to Miss Meyer, she didn't write the incest into the story.
She was just being lazy with names. It's so funny because I've been watching that TikToker I told you once about who is like super into Twilight but loves like unpacking the insanity of it.
Oh, I know about her. Yeah. She's got a kind of like longish face. She's got dark hair, blue eyes. Yes.
I love it. I love how she delves into the nonsense about those books. It's so fun. She was talking about how, Stephanie Meyer, who we all know is terrible at doing the kind of research that you should be doing when you're telling stories that involve cultures and history and biology and chemistry. But Stephanie Meyer has famously said, I don't like doing research, so I don't. But one thing I don't play about is names. I take that very seriously. And the context in which she was discussing this was that she said... Was Jasper. She was creating Jasper and went and made sure that Jasper and Whitlock were both names that could have been used by Confederate soldiers.
In a roll call during the Confederate times.
As an aside, that means she wanted him to be a Confederate soldier
From
as she was creating the character,
one.
which is insane. But what I found funny was that she said, I don't play with names, I did my research. But then when it came to her Quill Ute characters, she was like, I'm just gonna name them after
Sam,
my brothers and biblical
Greg,
figures. Because I don't have time.
Embry. Okay.
It's Paul, Seth, Embry, Leah, Jacob, Quill. I guess Quill isn't in the Bible.
Yeah.
Jared.
Well, actually, most of these names are in the Bible, yeah.
Most of them are. Jacob, Leah, Seth, Paul. I was like, wow. Sam, which is short for Samuel. And I was like, I thought you said names were super important to you, Stephanie. So clearly you lied.
Yeah, some names are more important than others. Ooh, there was a different girlie who popped up on Instagram Reels making a direct comparison between Twilight and the Mormon origin story, the like Mormon theology or like mythos of Jonathan Mormon. I can't remember his actual name. The first guy. You know how the Mormons believed because they're not racist anymore, so they say, so you can't call them out on it. There was this one group of people in the Mormon times who were inheritors of all the bad and all the demonic stuff from like the god times, and they were the dark-skinned ones reflecting their sin. So in this interpretation, it was the Quill Utes, the aggressive and dangerous other side, and then the two sides learn to live in harmony and they make a pact, whatever. It just all lined up to like the stuff that was written in that text of John Mormon. What's his name? Is it just John Smith?
I wouldn't know. But the more I learn about Mormonism and how if you look at Twilight through a Mormon lens, I'm like, oh wow. Because honestly, I always read it as just the relationship at the heart of the story. And I was like, oh no, it's so much deeper than that. Like the Volturi are evil because Mormons don't like the Catholic Church.
Yes.
And the Volturi live in Italy.
Yep. Even though like vampires aren't vampires, they're angels, right? They glitter in the sun. They watch over you when you sleep.
He made them in pairs. They're at their happiest when they found their soulmate.
Like,
there's nothing worse you can do to a vampire than killing their mate and making them spend eternity alone. Becoming a vampire literally burns away the melanin from your skin, which, as the old Mormon texts used to say, will make you white and delightsome, was the phrase they used to use.
As the Mormon said.
And it's actually worse than I thought. I thought that it was canon that if you were fair-skinned, you'd become basically white as a vampire. And if you were brown-skinned, you'd become olive, which is offensive enough. But no, actually, it is that, no. If you are brown-skinned, you also become white with just the slightest hint of an olive tone under your skin. So I was like, oh, so basically everyone looks the same unless you look really close, and then you'll be like, I see a little bit of beige there, so you were black. Okay, interesting.
I can tell. Thank God somebody fought for Laurent, our one black vampire in that goddamn series, who was Italian, I believe, in the original books.
I think he was French.
Was he French?
Yeah.
That because Laurent Italian confused me.
Yeah, he was French. He has a French accent.
Okay.
as Bella is describing him. And I think that's what Mr. Terrific is trying to speak with in the film. I forget his name. There we go. I knew you'd know who I meant because you were so delighted to see him be Mr. Terrific.
What's his name? Darwin from First Class.
Darwin!
Yeah. Crazy.
Playing for both teams.
He's been fighting racism left and right. But yeah.
Spoilers for anyone who ever wants to watch 2000s, early 10s TV show One Tree Hill. But at a certain point, Peyton and Brooke are in a fight. It's a long fight that lasts like half a season.
I remember.
And Peyton has recently lost her biological mother with whom she reconnected to cancer. And Brooke has been making jokes about the death of Peyton's bio mom and about the death that follows Peyton around. And I'm like, whoa, whatever your fight is, this is crazy. But there's one scene where this crazy character named Rachel has been throwing herself at Nathan, who is married to the character Haley at this point.
Haley, my queen.
She's like, stay the hell away from my husband, Rachel. And then Rachel is like, I was just trying to give him a proper thank you. And then because of other shenanigans I won't get into, Haley is like, oh, please, your thank yous put people in the hospital. So then Peyton, who's walking behind them, laughs. And then Brooke inserts herself and is like, why are you laughing? Your I love yous send people to the grave. God. And I'm like, that show was freaking crazy to say.
Everyone always remembers the scene about the dog eating the heart for transplant, but there were so many crazy moments in this show. But yeah, I always want to go, Heather.
Yes.
Heather.
I was so annoyed with myself
Heather.
because I've been trying to find a good quality version of the musical to watch, and I couldn't find one. And then while I was in the United Kingdom, where sometimes different videos are available on YouTube, I found the whole thing, and I forgot to quickly steal it off YouTube. And I only remembered when I was back in South Africa, and I was like, damn it, it's probably not available anymore to me. So next time I'm there, I'll get it.
I've never found a slime tutorial, as the kids say. I used to have a playlist of the musical sections of the play that was bookmarked. It was a collection of various incarnations of the play, but the main one with Barrett Wilbur Weed or whatever her name is, who plays Heather, the most famous one, and Ryan McCartan. Whoever likes Heathers, they'll know who I'm talking about. That one was the main performances, but then there was also another version that had a different girlie as Veronica. But yeah, the songs are so good in that. They're so good. It's time for big fun, big fun. Have you ever listened to the soundtrack?
I have listened to some of the songs of the soundtrack, not all of them. Because believe it or not, my intro to Heathers was Riverdale.
Was what? Oh God,
Riverdale.
You know what? That's fair.
So I experienced it there and then forgot about it. And then one day, I think was watching a TikTok. And then I heard someone had taken a clip and they were lip syncing to Veronica, open the door, please, Veronica, open the door. And I was like, what's this dramatic thing? And I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's from Heathers. And I was like, did this happen in Archie's Little World? I don't remember that line, but okay.
Nope, because it did not choose to follow any actual storylines from Heathers. Not even a pastiche. They very loosely connected the characters to Heathers. And Veronica wasn't even playing Veronica, which is insane.
They were like, it's too obvious. They were like, Veronica couldn't relate to Veronica from Heathers.
Yeah,
she's
so fair.
Rich and popular.
Yeah, she is Heather Chandler through and through. Chandler, she's the main one, right?
I don't. You would know
Are
better
we gonna
than
have
me.
A problem? It's been a while.
The only I know one of the beta Heathers is McNamara.
Yes, and then the other one.
The other one.
Is Heather McNamara the Asian one? I'm hoping that's the one whose name we remember. Otherwise, this is unconscionable.
I think that's the Asian one, even though I don't think McNamara is an Asian surname. And for a while, I thought it was because
I get that.
Heathers.
I understand that, and I see that spiritually and fully. And yet I know it isn't.
I love that you were like, oh, the other one, because I think I've told you this before, but the Ashleys from Recess are inspired by the Heathers from Heathers, except that there's 4 of them as opposed to the 3 Heathers. And of those 4 Ashleys, it's Ashley A, the blonde white one, who is the leader. Ashley B, the black one, who is her second in command, who sometimes is a bit more evil. I don't know what that's about. And then there's Ashley Q, the redhead, who will usually be the one who says something at the end, who's like, yeah, and I agree with the two leaders. And then Ashley T, Thomisian, she's the Armenian one, she rarely ever gets lines to the point that the voice actress for Ashley T is the same voice actress as the one for Ashley, I think, A or Q.
So we don't even need to hire someone else.
So even in that, spiritually, there's an Ashley who's the other one.
Oof. They don't have an Ashley Kachadorian? What a shame.
No, unfortunately.
And then on the other side, it's the powers that be?
The powers that be.
I don't know.
Which ones? The ones from Charmed or the ones from Buffy?
Right! Because
there's the powers that be in Angel. Cordelia will often shorten it to the PTB. And I'm like,
yes,
what?
the powers. That's who I was referencing. In Charmed, what are they called? The white lighter people.
I think, but they're also called the powers that be. Whoever the white lighters work for are called the powers that be.
Really?
I believe so.
That would be crazy. I guess they did come first, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think Charmed and Buffy may have premiered the same year. Because, no, Charmed might have been 98. I just remember either season 2 or... Ooh, my power just went out.
Uh-oh. Charmed season 1 was 98.
98, okay, because I remember them doing the turn of the century. They did the like Y2K thing. I thought it was season 2, so that should be right, because season 2 would have been 99. Anyway.
A crystal skull. Which I was like, ooh.
Indiana Jones.
Ooh, crystal skulls, which contrary to popular misconception, are not a Mesoamerican cultural thing. That does come from Europe. I think the earliest one might have been like Germanic that people are aware of.
That makes sense.
It's not an indigenous American thing.
Is it Indiana Jones who does that?
Indiana Jones has one in his fourth film that came out in the 2000s with Shia LaBeouf as
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull or whatever
Yeah.
It's called. Yeah.
I actually haven't watched the movie properly. I just know that I think Kate Blanchett is in it, Shia LaBeouf is in it, and there's aliens. Which people thought was too camp for Indiana Jones, I guess. They were like, the Ark of the Covenant from the Bible and all the weird Orientalism in the second film, and then the Holy Grail from Arthurian legend in the third film. That was all fine.
Sure.
But aliens? No.
Aliens. All right. What is with America always trying to be like, these ancient indigenous cultures couldn't have achieved such wonders on their own. Aliens had to have been involved. They do it with Egypt.
It was aliens.
Apparently they're doing it with Mesoamerica. There's a game by Supermassive Games called House of Ashes that did it with like Sumeria.
I'm like, what if Stonehenge was aliens?
What if Stonehenge was what if the Washington Monument was aliens? How'd you consider that? God damn it. Anyway, everyone always on Jeremy Renner for being like a repeatedly failed franchise inheritor. Shia LaBeouf in the mid-2000s was the one on that train. But I digress.
It is really our Fesmatos Incendia. It is our Expelliarmus. It is whatever the Winx girls are constantly using, dub to dub.
I don't know. Solarium. Incandescent sphere.
Their spells are so cute. Those Althea
Is that
fairies.
the one Palladium taught them? He taught them how to like blast, right?
I'm not even sure. Some of the spells just, like, sometimes I will hear a certain dub floral will be like, luxurious ivy, and then it's an energy attack. And I'm like, huh?
I have questions.
Like sometimes it's cool. Like techno will be like digital web, and then like a shield will erupt around, and I'm like, sure, fine.
Yeah.
But other times, like I've told you, there was one episode where they do like they all say each of their little spells like in unison, but you have to like listen and you can hear who's saying what. And I kid you not, Layla/Aisha just says ocean, and a magical sphere of energy comes. I'm like, oh, that's it, just ocean. Okay.
Always the black girl being denied her moment. You hate to see it.
I guess 2 is not enough. We should have stuck in a trio. We need more magic.
2 is not enough. You need 3 together. Oh wait, you didn't get this reference the last time too. It's Mulan 2.
I've only watched Mulan 2 maybe... I probably watched it a few times, but in very close together on Disney Channel. The direct-to-DVD release that was where it was easy to find for me.
I think I've seen it. I've seen it once as a kid, but that song motif is stuck in my head.
I see. I mean, when you're a young child, I guess watching it is fine. As you grow older, you really see the dip in quality to these Disney sequels, some of them. Also,
Didn't
they got
get
a white
somebody
man to do an Eddie
you
Murphy
told me
impression to be Dragon. Because Eddie Murphy was like, nah.
That is so awful. I hate it. Anyway. Then we move on to Traitor.
I love that Olivia Rodrigo song.
You betrayed me. And I know. Ooh, she's coming out with a new album. You Seem So Sad for a Girl So Lovely, or whatever it's called. Whatever it is, I'm down. She's hanging upside down from a swing. Have you seen the image?
I haven't. Watch her fans pretend she still has beef with Sabrina Carpenter. I'm like, they're both so beyond the boy they were supposedly fighting over. I think we can lay it to rest now.
I don't even remember what that man's name is, the way he fell off so hard. So let's just embrace them as the blonde and brunette of this generation. They are both making, I assume, good music. I don't listen to that much Sabrina, or any really. I've only heard the Espresso one because it played everywhere. But Olivia, I have listened to both albums.
I like Sabrina. I was like, you can be my new Blondie until you inevitably disappoint me like the last one has.
Well, she just had a racist incident, so I guess she's already getting there.
That one, I'm like, she didn't know. She made a joke out of ignorance and then apologized. I'm like,
even her apology had like a glibness to it that I was like, girl, you're not doing yourself any favors, but that's none of my business. I don't go here. I just thought it was really funny how she was just digging a hole. She was like, I accept all yodels, and it's like, that is not even. Ooh. I was making a Sharpay Evans reference. Give me a beat.
oh, yes. She's
Icon.
actually so fabulous.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Sucks Ashley Tisdale sucks now.
What did she do? I think we spoke about it and then I forgot.
Yeah, she well, first of all, I guess it's funnier to start at. She put out a like op-ed letter style thing that was like, I recently left a toxic mom group, and was talking about how she left a group of, because she's got kids, and you know, like celeb moms sometimes will get together and share their mom things. They'll have like common childminders and services, and they'll, I don't know, get together and walk their children in the parks or whatever in the Hollywood Hills. So she put this long piece about how she left a toxic mom group and A, B, and C, and she just had to prioritize herself. And then people were like, interesting, in this mom group is like Hilary Duff, Mandy Moore, and like one other like celeb, like B-list celeb who's have got an otherwise fairly squeaky clean reputation, at least as far as I know. Mm-hmm. And they were like, okay, Ashley Tisdale, interesting. Did those moms not? I forget which one made a comment, or someone's husband, I think, maybe made a comment to the public being like, yeah, actually, we kicked Ashley Tisdale out of the group because she's crazy and right-wing, and she was just being weird. And then it was like, oh, okay, bold to put that up in public than Ashley Tisdale when it was so easily disputable.
That seems to be a common thing in real life and in fiction, where it's like, I quit the band. No, we kicked you out.
We kicked you out, actually. You can't save face in a public that we also operate in. Did you think it was going to be hidden? Weird. And if I sound a little lispy today, it's because I've recently realized the dentist who took out my wisdom tooth left a small piece inside that agitates my tongue. So that's how we'll be recording today.
That's crazy, and I think we need a refund of sorts.
Yeah.
How do you leave a piece of a tooth inside when you were supposed to remove a whole tooth?
The crazy thing is, as the procedure was happening, or rather as the procedure was wrapping up, I figured, she advised that there was a broken piece that came off, but the dental assistant suctioned it out. So we're all good. And I'm just like, okay, what an odd thing to tell me, is what I thought while I was lying there. But at the time, I was more concerned about how numb my face was because of the numbing agent and how long that would last. And now I'm like, did she just say that out loud to assure herself that she didn't miss the piece of the tooth, and that it definitely got suctioned out and it won't be an issue if we wrap up? Because I feel like that's crazy. I'm allowed to do that as somebody who doesn't impact anyone's life whatsoever with the things that I do. But I feel like if you're a medical professional, you can't just be like, it's fine, we'll run a train through it, you know? I feel like that's a little crazy.
I feel like in a country where healthcare is not free, because we're not Sweden, Norway, wherever they do that.
Nope. Yeah, I paid for this procedure.
Yeah.
A pretty penny, too.
And I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it was inexpensive. I would go back and be like, hey, girl, hey, so you didn't actually finish the job. This is like if I order you to assassinate an entire mob family and you leave one member alive. You are not doing what I paid you to do. I know that was a crazy example. I don't know why that popped into my head.
Damon chasing the Woodmore family. That makes absolute sense to me. Anyway, Back to things that matter, like a CW TV show.
Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye.
One piece of my wisdom tooth stabbing in my tongue. Oh, there's that ticket on my table, actually. I haven't called the traffic department about that. Did I tell you they gave me a fine for my license disc while I was in Gordons Bay?
Yeah,
it's because my license disc is from March 2025, but I renewed my license disc half a year ago and they still haven't delivered it to me.
Oh, wow. Oh, I renew mine at the place and then they give me the thing, like the physical.
Well, I did it through my banking app because that is a convenience that is offered in tandem between the bank and the government of my country. So I feel like if that fails, it's not on me to pay 1,500 rands to that government. That
does feel unfair. Yeah. You said ticket on your table. At first I thought you said there was a cricket on your table, and I was like,
what?
You're familiar?
Jiminy? I am the lying boy. And it's like that can make, standard bank data breach. Details including credit cards remain unclear as regulator probes. Oh my goodness. That popped up and really caught my attention.
I'm gonna need people to lock in the information age where everything we do in our life is dependent on cybersecurity, because I am still bitter that I had to change my password that had been the same since 2009.
When that Google breach happened?
Because of the freaking Wattpad breach. And everyone on the internet was joking. Like, all the millennials and elder Gen Zs were like, imagine having to change all your stuff connected to one email because of a Wattpad account you haven't used since you were 17.
That was so embarrassing, I can't lie. The ancient law that younger Gen Z may not know anything about. The Wattpad breach.
Gosh.
Anyways, there was the Google breach in 2023 that was like really bad. But yeah, the Wattpad one was crazy. Apparently, scammer, not ABSA, would you leave me alone? Oh my God. And in 5 seconds, it's going to be either debt review, the DA, or loan people.
Oh no, the DA.
Oh, we got a new one. Spam for boosting. So, I don't know who sold my number again, but the spam calls
my number stays sold.
Ooh, CCC is calling now.
Gosh, the DA. Did you hear that Jordan Lewis has ascended?
He's off to Joburg now.
John Steenhuisen is no longer the leader of the DA.
Wait, John, as in ascended as in charge of DA now?
I believe so. That's what told me.
I did see some posts about him talking about we will win Joburg, and I was like, I thought you were the mayor of Cape Town. Did you switch out? I don't know. I didn't realize that meant he'd moved up, not sideways.
I guess Steenhuisen was poisoned at his wedding, and now Jordan Lewis is like, the Western Cape throne is mine.
I rest in piss, bozo. I don't care for either of those men.
You know?
Like, out of the fire into the frying pan for us in the Western Cape, I suppose.
Honestly.
The hell was I saying before I got 3 spam calls in a row?
The Rust.
Right.
Spin-off episode ends. Email us at animalattackpod@gmail.com. Tweet us at animattackpod. That's at ANIM attackpod. Cheers.